Welcome to this week's What's the Score? There's no Everton this weekend again. It's another international break. Big relief to all of us. So I am joined by Reilly-James from The Guide again for sort of what's on in Liverpool, because there's nothing to do, because there's no Everton, obviously. We're that shallow.
Nothing to do. It's loads to do.
Just before we get into that, what do you make of what's going on at the minute? Because last time we did this, it was just before the Bournemouth game, I think, and there was an air of optimism that, yeah, we could be all right here, but now...
God, how things have changed since then. Jeez, it's like broken record syndrome, if that's a syndrome at the minute, isn't it? We all seem to be saying, variations of the same thing. We need a miracle.
It does feel like that, doesn't it? Yeah.
I think we're at breaking point, aren't we?
There's nothing coming from the manager that's any different. As you say, it's like a broken record. It's the same stuff every single week, and we're all just going around the circles talking about the same problems.
I think that the knock-on effect though is things like I'm sure I'm joined by the masses and that I follow various players on different platforms as well. In particular, and the thing is that this we've been talking about platitudes earlier in the week, hadn't we? Where we come back from a game where we'd essentially had our asses handed to us again, and we're like, well, we need to do this, and we need to have a winning attitude, or we need to show leadership on the pitch, but then that not happening. But then the players taking to their own social media to just go, right, and it's this positive attitude, which is great, but because nothing's coming of it, I think it's starting to dent their integrity a little bit now as well.
Yeah.
I think that, for the first time, then Dave Downey, I think, had said the same thing on Twitter, even for Andre Gomez, going, we need to show up and be fierce on the pitch and be like, lad, give it a rest. And I think when it comes to that, where we're kind of that's not just aimed at the club, the wider club. It's like even with players now, we're getting a little bit bored of the repetition.
Yeah, it gets very grating.
We need, West Ham, they need to knock it out the park.
I know, I can see West Ham doing us.
Yeah.
But anyway, but to forget that, because there's no Everton this weekend, so it doesn't matter, just forget about it. So, no game to go to.
Yeah.
No dodgy streams to watch any games on.
No, not that we do that.
No, but what is there to do then?
There's all kinds going on. There is a full guide up at theguideliverpool.com if you want to go check out the pictures as opposed to listen to me talk about it. But yeah, loads going on in the city as per usual. First up, we've got the Soul Train is back at Constellation. So if you're into your funky soul, your Motown, that type of thing, with a bit of Stevie Wonder in the Baltic on a Friday night, get yourselves down to Constellations. I think it's now advanced tickets are still left, which are only like £8, which is really good for a cracking night out in the Baltic. On Saturday, Smithtown Road Festival have got an all-dayer going on at Craft Tap Room, so if you're looking for an excuse to go for a pint from 11 o'clock on Saturday, get yourself down there. Packed full of local bands as well, so that'll be something tells me that will probably overrun until the early hours.
Yeah, that will be a good one. That I think
it'll be a
Nick Ellis could be playing that.
Nice.
He generally does play Smithtown.
Yeah.
I've seen him in the Handyman.
Yeah. So all the regulars, but some new music as well. So it's an excuse to head down to Smithtown.
Yeah, that'll be a good one.
If I told you that Roy Orbison and Buddy Holly were playing the M&S Bank Arena on Saturday night, what would you say?
I'd say we're back in the 60s and Everton are half decent. Yeah.
Sadly not. It's the hologram technology. We've seen this. Various icons have been immortalised with this hologram technology, and it brings basically old school rock and roll to the M&S Bank Arena on Saturday night. So tickets there are still only £29.30, which is pretty good.
That's all right.
For a gig. If that's your jam, if that's who you're into, then that's not so bad. If you could hologram an icon, who would it be? Who would you want to see? It'd be Freddie for me. Imagine Freddie Mercury as if he was actually there and it was actually a free concert.
David Bowie would be a good one.
I think they've done that.
Have they?
I think has he been hologrammed?
I've got my finger on the pulse here. Is the technology as good as the Shankly hologram in the Shankly Hotel? Did you ever see that?
No.
Oh, go and look at
it.
If no one's seen the Shankly hologram in the Shankly Hotel, it's worth a look. It's the creepiest thing you'll ever see.
Oh no, I'll stick to the icons, I think. So yeah, that's happening on Saturday as well. If you're a little bit more dancey rather than rock and roll, Cream celebrates its birthday at Camp and Furnace on Saturday night as well. Now the lineup for this is off the scale. If this is your genre, so the likes of K-Class, Paul Van Dyke, Tall Paul, Roger Sanchez, Chicane, and loads more. So I think there's last minute tickets available for that. So by the time of recording, there was anyway. So don't come for me if it's sold out.
I've just thought, right, do you think Everton has just taken this 90s revival a bit too far? so we're just being shit again, and that's what it's part of this. Like the
When
90s are
everything
back,
else was
Everton are
boss.
rubbish. Yeah,
but everything else was amazing, so it's like, it's
Yeah,
alright.
they need to knock that
I'd
off.
just rather have just like a really good run up to Christmas instead and just not go out. That'd
Yeah.
be great. And then Sunday, if you haven't been out all night and you haven't got a mad headache, it's the If You Know Your History 5K,
the 5K
on
run.
Sunday. So it starts at Rupert Tower and makes its way through various landmarks that have played a part in Everton's footballing history, basically right the way back up to the ground and Stanley Park. I think it's between 15 and 20 quid for registering on that one, and you get obviously you get the bragging rights that you've done 5K on a Sunday, and you get your medal at the end of it as well.
That's all right. That'd be good. That.
Not bad at all.
I'm at a wedding on Saturday, so I might not be able to make that.
It's not going to happen.
I don't know.
Let's face
No,
it.
it's probably not.
I just do it for the medals, and it's like 5K. You're going to walk home.
Just
from
walking,
Stanley Park. So yeah, loads going on.
Loads
Get yourselves
to do.
out and about, and as we said, you can check out the full guides over at theguideliverpool.com.
Yeah, pick of them for me's got to be Smith Down, I think.
Yeah,
That
it'll
will be really good.
Just a nice all dayer, isn't it? If the weather's even just dry, it kind of brings back like summer vibes and stuff, doesn't it? A little bit. So
That'll be
just
good.
go on the ale,
So-
isn't it? Let's face it.
Well, yeah, basically, which is what Everton should be really.
Yeah, well,
If you go the game just thinking, right, this is a context for getting on the ale,
Yeah.
you can't go wrong. Because it can't really ruin your day then.
Drown your sorrows. like.
Exactly.
It hasn't got the same kind of feel to it. I
Or
suppose.
just watch it bladdered and you're not really as bothered then.
Or just completely avoid it like you have recently.
Oh, well, yeah, or just do that, yeah, take your
Calls
pick.
himself an absolute fat.
Yeah, so that's plenty to do this weekend. Have a really nice Everton free weekend. Enjoy it because it's probably going to get bad again next week against West Ham. Thanks to Kate for coming in. Check out her stuff on the guide. It's all really good. And if you're ever in need of anything to do in Liverpool, she will tell you where to go. In a good way.
Literally.
Yeah. Nice one. We'll be back with Matt for the West Ham game preview. We'll see you next time.
Bye.